plaintiff, Angela Paymer, says when she met the defendant, he tried to pursue her, but they were only friends at first. Angela claims after she let the defendant stay with her, she realized he was addicted to meth and pills. And once, when she caught him using drugs in her home, he attacked her. Angela's suing him today for breach of contract, car damages, and a damaged headboard. Defendant Rory Namimatsu says he and Angela were dating, and when he moved in with her, she knew he was a drug addict because he was homeless and living in his car. Rory says as a result of his drug addiction, he barely remembers anything that took place while he was dating Angela, but he claims he has now been sober for over 2 years.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
All right, and ma'am, you're suing the defendant for $5,000 for breach of contract, car damages, and a broken headboard.
Yes.
Start with you.
Well, I first met Rory in 2008. My little sister brought him over to my house, introduced him. He's 11 years younger. After that, he pursued me and call and text and want to hang out. We were just friends.
11 years younger.
Yes.
Broke the headboard. You know what part of your lawsuit?
Yes, he punched it.
All right, broke the headboard. He should get an award. Suing the man.
Okay, so in May of 2013, Rory needed a place to stay for a few nights while he was looking for a room to rent. So I let him in my house. He had all his belongings. I was on crutches with a broken foot and ankle. I thought it was going to be a few days. Mm-hmm. It turned into weeks, into months. So I didn't realize that he was a drug addict at the time. So I caught him with drugs in my home, and I figured I'd try to help him. Meth and pills he was addicted to.
Okay, go ahead.
So I felt sorry for him, and I did not want him ruining his life, so I tried to help him by calling rehabs, sober livings.
Calling them?
Yes, putting his name on the list.
Okay.
So he can get in and get a bed and get some help to save him. I didn't want him to end up in the streets or dead or jail. And because as I knew him over the years, he seemed like a really good kid. He was always willing to help if I needed him to help put together bunk beds or move some furniture or whatnot for me. So from May to December, he was staying at my house. I was loaning him money for his probation and...
he was already on probation?
Yes. Meetings, driving him around.
NA meetings?
Yes.
Good.
I was taking him to meetings and making sure he stayed clean and sober until he can get a bed into a rehab or sober.
You all weren't falling out or arguing, or was he?
Not really. I was just trying to help him get better.
So other than the things you're suing him for today, everything was all right living together or having him under your roof?
Well, no. I'd catch him using, and then he'd go off and he'd have to test clean to come back and whatnot. And
you would require that he test clean?
Yeah, his parents would actually buy the drug test and
you wouldn't let him in unless he... All right,
yes.
good. You were really trying to help.
Yes.
Let me hear from you, sir. Give me some background before we get to the specifics.
So she's absolutely correct. I did live with Angela. She had the understanding prior to me living with her that I was a drug addict, that I was living in my car, I was homeless. I was in and out of jail at the time. It was a very low point in my life. We did have an unhealthy relationship. I was addicted to drugs and alcohol, and I just didn't have anything going for me.
You're in recovery, obviously. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Working
I am
on it?
in recovery now. I have 2.5 years of sobriety. I work in the substance abuse treatment industry. I have the ability now to help other people overcome their addictions by working in the industry, and I'm very proud of that. This is kind of an opportunity, a stage for me to make amends. But I do understand that Angela was somewhat addicted to me as well.
That's right. Go ahead. What happened? That's how you bust. That's right. That's how you broke them headboards. Go ahead.
And
I guess she would be. Now you bringing headboards.
I don't.
Show of hands. Who would be addicted to him? No, just kidding.
But she had the understanding that I was in a low point.
Okay, and I think You've admitted that she suggested that and she tried to help you. Sounds like whatever she did, a little bit of that made a difference because you're in 2.5 years of recovery. So let me allow her to get to the specifics of the lawsuit.
Okay. Well, on December 31st, I had him sign a promissory note. We went over my bank statements, what I was spending on him, as long as he was staying with me. I was feeding him and driving him around. We had Disneyland passes and Universal Studios passes and just having fun. He was coming along with my son and I. I did not leave him home alone in my house. So I had him sign the promissory note. So when he gets better and on his feet again, he needs to start making payments and chip away and pay me back for what I spent. So December 31st, I caught him with drugs. I took the phone to go call his mom to let her know he's using again. I caught him with pills and whatnot, and he chased me down the stairs and choked me and punched my legs. I had to call 911. He left, the police came. They took a report. They gave me an emergency protective order for a week. And over the period that he did stay with me, he was stealing my prescription pills I had for my broken foot and ankle that I was on, the Vicodin. He was putting Motrin in the bottle. He drank all my liquor out of the liquor cabinet and filled all my large alcohol bottles with water, which I did not know because I wasn't drinking as I was, injured myself. So my headboard, it was brand new.
Car damages.
Oh, sorry.
I know what happened to the headboard.
I want to hear all that again.
Car damages. Go ahead.
I picked him up from the train station. He said he was out having lunch with his brother at McDonald's. I asked his mother. His mother said, no, he's not having lunch at McDonald's. And then I found out the truth. He had went to go score drugs somewhere on the train when I picked him up. So he got mad and he punched the whole passenger side dash and the glove box. And that's where the airbag sensor is. So then my airbag sensor light went on and it was about, I think, $800 or $900.
Do you have an estimate of the repair?
Yes, I had to get that repaired.
Sir, were you all dating or anything? You said she's addicted to you. What did you mean by that?
Well, I mean, I was living under her roof.
But you never dated?
I mean...
You know whether you're dating or not, or you don't want her son to know? What is it?
I mean, I think Gabriel knows. I think, yeah, we were dating. So,
all right, then say it. Now it makes a little more sense.
We were in a relationship, that's for sure. And as far as the stealing pills thing goes, I mean, at one point she was giving me pills. And
the broken headboard, I'll let you give it a shot, but you're not gonna convince me. Now that I know y'all were dating too, go ahead. What happened to the headboard?
It was brand new. I ordered it, a custom order, tufted headboard, 1750 Z Gallery. It took 6 weeks for them to make. And October 2013, I was with my mother and my family visiting from out of town. He could not get a hold of me all day. I had my cell phone turned off. So when he came over that evening, he had been drinking, I guess, all day. He was upset from not hearing from me. And we got into an argument and he started punching himself in the head. And then he started punching my headboard and the buttons popped off.
Okay, you have an estimate for that? All right, sir, let me hear from you. Money that you agreed to repay, car damages, and broken headboard. What do you say to those things?
I mean, the money thing, we were in a relationship. She knew that
She said you agreed to repay her.
I don't remember agreeing to repay her, and this is 4 years ago, Judge. I was on methamphetamine, I was on prescription pills. My head was not in the right place, and I would be the first one to admit to you, It's not like this happens.
Car damages.
I don't remember hitting any kind of car at any time.
Broken headboard.
I don't remember that either.
What?
Yeah, I remember that one.
I guess I should admit to that, but no.
He lied, ma'am. Don't believe that.
Yeah.
Ma'am, he doesn't remember anything, and you remember everything. So we'll leave it at that. The person who remembers everything wins. The person who remembers nothing loses. What do you have there?
I have text messages.
In the meantime, what do you have?
I have text messages of what he owes me and him agreeing to pay once he got healthy and clean and sober and better.
You owe me like 6 months plus meals. Well, I can't pay you back if you don't go with me. Go with me where? I have to see you. This is you. Yep. Oh, she said, I got to see you to get my money. You say, yep. Well, she's not talking too nice now. You homeless bum. Took all my Percocet for my ankle and thought I wouldn't notice. Ibuprofen in my bottle. All my Vicodin is gone too. You're so busted. You owe me so much money. You have $2 to your name. Nice, you loser. Better off back in jail. Do everyone a favor and cut that part off. You remember that?
Yeah, that's great.
Judgment for the plaintiff, ma'am. You've proven your case. Have a good day.
I'm going to move on with my life. And I'm not opening the door anymore to someone that's homeless or carless or jobless.
I'm going to continue on my recovery and help people get into treatment and move on in my life as well. I think this is a good opportunity for us to split ways once and for all.